tell me about you. Like, what's your story?
From the beginning.
I don't know. Wherever you want to start.
I'll just start. I guess when I was about 16 or 17, I dropped out of high school. I was living in Montana at the time, and I went straight to the oil fields, and I fused poly pipe for a couple of years in North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Texas, and then I ended up going out to California because I had a lot of family out there, and a mutual connected me with a buddy of mine named Jordan, and he's Forbes 30 under 30 now and has made an amazing name for himself. He did digital marketing as well, so there's similarity there. But he works with some really, really cool people like Mike Tyson and all these big names that are kind of everybody knows. And he let me in there, and we used to shoot music videos together and run around LA and did Trippie Redd videos and Skinny from the Nine and a bunch of rapper stuff. And then later on, we just got a little bit more professional and built it out to what it is today. The company's named Mason D. Nior, and he's got a office on Wall Street now, and he's out in Newport and stuff like that. But growing up over there in that community in California, we always did cars and coffee because we're huge car enthusiasts. And so I took that idea, the OC South Cars and Coffee, the owner's name is James Weir, and we built a relationship with him over time. And I ended up meeting up with him and getting his blueprint, and I took that idea. I started building this company named Just Driving Club, and I'm just kind of implementing that and bringing that out here to this community, and going to do bi-weekly cars and coffee stuff and escalate that to a point where I wanted to. But yeah, it's long story short, kind of the background on everything.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, back to what I was saying though,
Yeah.
I think that's like, not to sound like a total cornball, man, but like, you know what I mean? Human connection, there's only so much that people want to understand. And so perspective and being open to even having somebody tell you how your brain works is like 80% of the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like as people, we're so closed off and so like,
Especially
it's not my
men,
problem.
right?
Well, yeah, right. It's like that's their burden to carry. That's their issue. That's their life. I don't get involved.
Right.
And that's a really limited mindset in terms of like the impact you can have. Like the most impactful people in my life and the most impactful like moments in my life are when somebody is willing to like open up, because like if we just have a surface level conversation, it's just gonna be a surface level relationship.
Exactly, dude. Yes.
Yeah.
So I love that, man. That's so beautiful.
Yeah. So it's a crazy thing.
The
world is.
Life is beautiful, dude. It's crazy, but it's beautiful. The chaos is what makes it. And it's sometimes, I mean, for me, it took me almost taking myself out in order to be able to realize those things. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I hope and I want to prevent as many people from having to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a huge reason I started this too. It's like men's health, going to meets and seeing guys pull up alone and just walking alone, like looking at the cars and stuff. I'm always like, come here. You know what I'm saying? Come hang out with us. Come walk with us. We obviously have a common denominator that we can talk about. And I'm just a huge car enthusiast, so it's like hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think the way to put it is the car should not be like the end all be all of that conversation. It should be the icebreaker for that conversation.
Right. It's just the beginning.
It's like you aren't friends because of cars. Cars are what allowed you to become friends.
Exactly.
And it's that communication. I'll adjust this so it actually is in the middle.
There we go.
There we go. It's it's that like, hey, you got a cool car, I got a cool car, let's talk about cars.
Right.
That then allows you to like initiate that conversation with somebody, and then like you learn, oh, this person's funny, this person like they have like we think similarly on these things, and then that's where the friendship develops. And then you're like, hey man, I'm going to go do this, you want to come with? Hey man, like let's go get some food. Hey, I'm gonna go hop on and play this video game, you play that video game? Like,
exactly.
You know, and then you build these like friendships that like I've always been like someone who's like, having a ton of friends doesn't really matter if none of those friendships are like actually solid and good.
Absolutely. Quality over quantity. Yeah.
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 But there's nothing wrong with having a lot of high quality friends. And I think
Exactly.
that's something that is available in the car community.
It is, for sure. Yeah.
But I also think on the flip side of that, you have people that are like hating on everybody's cars. I'm the best, like very cliquey, closed off. Like they're there to judge other people. They're not there for the right reasons.
Amen, dude. Exactly. I would say those three things, that last one you just touched on, is another reason I started Just Driving Club. It's because I've seen groups and other like driving stuff where it's like you have to either pay to get in, your car's not 100,000, they're not going to shake your hand. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, that's like the complete opposite of what the community should be and how it should work. It's like we all have a common denominator. Whether you drive a 1920 whatever that doesn't even run, or it's a 2025, it's like we came to this spot because there's cars here and there's other people that we can meet and, you know what I mean, build those relationships with. And it's like I want to bring a more healthy view to Utah, especially with that. And it's like there's a lot of room for it, which I'm very thankful for. It's a very untapped market. But yeah, bringing that healthy like reassurance to kids where it's like, again, you don't have to have a $100,000 car in order to be considered a car guy or an enthusiast. As a matter of fact, most of those guys that have those cars, they don't do oil changes. You know what I mean? So it's like, how much of an enthusiast are you?
Yeah, right. But I also think like trying to put somebody in that box of are you a car enthusiast and like putting metrics on that.
Yeah.
It's like, do you enjoy cars? Do you have a passion for automobiles? Then you're a car enthusiast.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you work on them. It doesn't matter if you're the best driver.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're one of those stance guys that just cares about how it looks. Like there is a portion of the industry for everybody.
I agree.
And like, and you know, there is a lot of room for improvement in Utah, but there's also so many good apples. Like
that's what
for example, Last Cars and Coffee. I'm sitting there, I'm talking with like, I'm not going to name names, but like I'm sitting there hanging out with a couple dudes that own like Ferraris and Lamborghinis, you know, GTRs, own multiple like successful businesses, and here I am like, yeah, I got my Mini over there, like, and like not to say I'm not successful in my own right. I mean, there's also a big age gap between most of us. Like I'm a lot younger than them.
Yeah.
But it's like the fact of the matter was it didn't matter. Like we were literally just chatting about life and like
awesome,
you know, chatting about our wives, chatting about like just you know, one of the guys' future like kid that's on the way. Like it's it doesn't matter. Like the cars was the catalyst for us all being there at the same time, right? Like because we're all busy people on our own, right? And so it's like that's like the ideal. That is the car community,
bro.
You know, and Cars and Coffee before that, I didn't even know until after the fact. There's this one dude I sold a guitar to a few years back.
Cool.
Back when I was working for this guitar company, and so I sold him an instrument. I ran into him at Cars and Coffee, and so we were chatting, and he brought me to go talk to this other guy, and I'm talking to him, and he turns out he's like some dude who like. Basically, his whole job is to drive a Ferrari Enzo.
Oh man,
like,
that's awesome!
Like, and he's trying to put as many miles on it as possible, and it's just
so
like,
cool, dude.
And it's like, that's crazy, and that's awesome, and like, but none of our conversation was like about him being the Ferrari Enzo guy. Like, we talked about Ferraris, we talked about other things, we talked about different ways to make money and how to protect yourself when helping people in like, because you know, there's a certain point like. If everybody is your friend and using your like skills, but the point of the matter was, we're completely different demographics.
Yeah,
we could still just have a whole conversation that got super deep about all these other things.
It's so beautiful,
in what car we drove didn't matter.
Right. At the end of the line, like you said, it's like it just so happens we're all into cars. You know what I'm saying? There was a car meet, but like how I view it again, it's like. It's almost like a therapy night, dude. Like people go out of their way, they take time, they clear their schedules, and they might not even know anybody there. You know what I'm saying? And it's like grabbing people out of the crowds and just making everybody feel welcome. As corny as it is, it's like that's actually what it's about.
Yeah, because I'll be the first to admit, like for example, like I'll pull up to a Cars and Curry because I don't get to go to those often, and I'm like I don't really talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like the only people that really talk to me are people that I've like filmed before.
Nice.
All right, and it's just like I, as somebody who's like pretty extroverted and will talk to people, like I get a little uncomfortable because I'm like, nobody's talking to me.
Yeah.
And so
sure.
people just aren't taking advantage of like the opportunity that is.
I agree. That's like 80% of the reason I started Just Driving Club. It's just because it's like, dude, you're 2 steps away. I'm super extroverted as well. I'd just go up to anybody, even since I was young. You know, probably a problem. Happy I didn't get stuffed in a van at one point, but it's like, you know what I mean? We have the common denominator down already, man. Let's just have the conversation. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's like it should just be as simple as start talking.
Exactly. Just go up and introduce yourself.
Yeah.
And it's funny because if you switch roles too, and I can't speak for everybody, but it's like 9 out of 10 people who come up to me, I'm totally like open. I'm happy to introduce myself. I'm happy to learn about them.
Yeah.
I'm happy to know what they do, what they drive, what they're going through. Like the time of day is always there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, especially in that environment, like you are there to be there.
Yes.
Like it is like
a very present thing. Yeah.
That's something even I struggle with is like, I don't want to bother them. It looks like they're having a conversation. Like I will kind of stand around and wait, and I'm like, if I wait more than like 2 minutes, I'll just walk away.
Yeah, no, right? For sure, I get that.
Because there's some people like I know, but like I don't know, and like I'm not gonna go like, yo, my man, and like interrupt like a conversation with like 6 people. Right. But also like, what is wrong with that?
Exactly.
Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Comfortable doing that, dude. You know
it's like let me hop in this conversation. What are we talking about, guys?
Yeah,
like
literally.
And oh gosh, I mean like even if we could see a 10% improvement in like that at like Utah car meets, dude, it'd be insane.
Insane. And the mental health factor of that, like you said, just that 10%, dude.
Yeah.
If it, it's like if one person can feel better by the time they leave that meet, go home, and they have something to look forward to, and it's not necessarily like, I don't want to sound selfish, it's like about me, but it's like they look forward to being like, oh man, that'd be great to have another conversation with that person, or it'd be so cool to, now next time I go, I'm gonna be like, you know what, maybe I'll start walking up to people because he just came up to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's breaking that ice and that social barrier that a lot of people, I think, just have morphed over time in their mind.
For
As
sure.
As you grow older, it gets more and more, tight. So
yeah, and like there's so many ways you can affect somebody's mental health with cars as the catalyst. Like I have a buddy who has been struggling with a lot of stuff lately, and like he has had some time, and so he was like, hey, I'm gonna come help you work on the Mini. What do you got to get done on it? I'm like, really, I need help getting this parking brake cable replaced.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like one person has to be squeezing the bracket on the one end while the other person's pulling it out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it's like you kind of can't do that one person.
Yeah.
And so we end up doing it. It takes us a couple hours because of course things break. And,
yeah. It's never as straightforward as it seems.
A 20-minute job is never a 20-minute job.
Yeah. Never.
And so he ends up coming out and helping me, and then afterward he's like, that helped my mental health, like just working on something, like getting something done, like, and like, yeah, it's my car. He's like, but dude, any other parts you want to install or like work we got to get done on it, just let me know. I'm free these days at this time. Like,
that's so good.
And he's just like, let's do it, because like for me it was a blast, because instead of me sitting, like, as much as I like working on my car, is like sitting there,
conversation,
like,
dude,
maybe listening to some music or a podcast, like
exactly,
it's whatever, but sitting there with a friend and making jokes and like, all the, like the end of the parking brake cable is kind of a ball. Okay. And so I'm like, hey, I'm gonna grab you by the balls.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, just breaking stuff like that.
Like just dumb stuff where we both just start cracking up because it's just dumb. Like,
that's what it's about, dude. Yeah, exactly.
And it's like that memory. I don't remember working on the car.
Right.
What I remember is hanging out with a really good friend of mine and like having a shared experience.
That's what it's about, man.
And like that,
truly,
that's what you take with you in this life. Like,
it is.
It is not the things.
No.
Like things break, stuff gets damaged, like
it
deteriorates. But you know what doesn't deteriorate is those relationships.
Impact.
Right?
Yes.
Like that memory is, as long as you're fueling that relationship, it's like, it will continue.
Exactly. It's just beautiful that cars happen to be the common denominator in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like that's just the basis for starting.
It is. It really is. I love that, dude. That's so cool. I like you for sharing that with me, bro.
Of course, dude.
That's what it's all about, man.